y'all the message. Do y'all want to hear it one more time? Okay, we do it one more time. I think y'all see it, yeah.
Y'all, my damn jaw was on the floor. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like,
Okay, so we're gonna go one more time to the text message and let's look at the message that came Sunday. Thinking it's coleslaw phone. Hey, hey. Now, mind you, I got a text, hey, hey, in August. Sorry, hey, hey. Girl, my jaw is on the floor from last night's episode. Okay, do y'all want to hear it one more time or no?
The breaking silence of Stormi, what you need to know about the drama, tension, and what's really going on behind the scenes. In the latest chapter of the ongoing drama from Love and Marriage, Huntsville, Stormi Steele has finally spoken out, and her words have completely changed the way people view the ongoing situation surrounding Martell Holt, his car crash, and the tension between cast members. After months of silence, Stormi has broken her silence in a way that makes it clear the dynamics between the show's stars have shifted dramatically. As much as Martell has kept his lips sealed about the accident, speculation has only grown, with fans and even cast members asking questions about what's really going on. Stormi, however, has had enough. It's time to set the record straight, and her response has thrown everything into disarray. Those who've been keeping up with Love and Marriage, Huntsville know that Stormi Steele isn't just a background character, she's always been at the center of the action. She's been balancing friendships, business, and, of course, trying to stay out of the chaos that surrounds the cast. But even her neutral stance has begun to shift after the shocking car accident involving Martell. People have been speculating whether Stormi was in the loop or whether she was actively covering up for Martell. As more rumors swirled, Stormi made it clear she had been holding back from speaking up until now. And when she finally did, it was a game changer. Martell's car crash, what we know and what we don't.
I just hate when people feel that they can use you and not respect the fact that they did use you.
Martell's car crash was a huge talking point, and to say the least, the incident was strange from the beginning. The news broke quickly, but the details were scarce. There was no word on whether anyone else was in the car with Martell, no police report was released to the public, and most surprisingly, Martell himself stayed completely silent about the whole situation. This raised a lot of questions. Was this just a typical accident? Was there something more to it? Fans and critics alike couldn't help but wonder why Martell wasn't being transparent about the situation. Some people speculated that maybe it was just an accident caused by bad weather or a simple distraction while driving. However, the timing was suspicious, and the lack of information only made the theories worse.
Message right here that came to the phone, and notice it said, hey, hey. Can y'all see it? Yeah. Hey, hey. No comma in between, because grammatically, it should have been a hey, comma, hey. But anyway, that's another day for another story. Can't teach y'all all that at one time. Girl, my jaw in on, you know they meant is on the floor from last night's episode. But I'm so glad Destiny called her out. And so who are they trying to text? Remember, this is a person thinking they're texting my ex's baby's mother. That's who they think they're texting. Are we clear on that? Because there's been a lot of stuff that I've been seeing that's just inaccurate. They thought they were, so it's someone who's friends with my ex's mother. I mean, my ex's baby mama, not his mama. My ex's baby mama, my ex's paramour. That's who it is, okay?
Many wondered if Martell had been struggling emotionally or dealing with something deeper that led to the crash. Was it stress from all the public drama, a mental breakdown, or something even darker? Others pointed to possible reckless driving or other issues like alcohol, but again, nothing was proven. What made this situation even more complicated was that Martell had been visibly off in recent episodes of the show. He had become more detached and moody, especially with some of the cast members. People noticed that he seemed to be carrying a weight that he wasn't talking about. So, when the accident happened, and nobody provided any details, fans started to wonder if something was wrong behind the scenes. Stormi's silence, what was she hiding? After the crash, Stormi Steele, who's been part of the show for a while now, didn't immediately speak out. Fans quickly took to social media, tagging her in comments and asking where she stood on the issue, but she stayed silent. Stormi had always been outspoken when necessary, so her silence raised even more questions. Fans started to speculate about why she was keeping quiet. Was she protecting Martell? Was she hiding something? Was she being pressured by the show's producers or cast members to stay silent? The questions kept piling up. But according to Stormi, there was a reason for her silence. She said that she chose to remain quiet because she wanted to understand the full picture before reacting. She didn't want to say anything out of turn or make an emotional statement. Stormi wanted to wait for the dust to settle and gather all the facts before she chose her words carefully. However, while Stormi remained quiet, fans continued to speculate, accusing her of covering for Martell or trying to protect him from the backlash. Stormi breaks her silence. What did she say? Finally, after days of speculation, Stormi broke her silence in a way that nobody expected. Rather than giving an explosive interview or posting a dramatic statement, Stormi chose to speak calmly on a social media live session. Her words were measured, yet powerful. She didn't directly name Martell, but it was clear who she was talking about. She began by explaining why she had stayed quiet for so long, telling her followers that she is not the type to speak out until she's seen the whole picture. But then she made a bold statement that took everyone by surprise. Some people live in cycles. Chaos is their comfort zone, and eventually, if you stay close too long, it starts to bleed into your life too. This statement immediately caught the attention of fans, who quickly linked it to Martell. The idea of cycles and chaos felt like a direct reflection of Martell's tumultuous life, filled with public drama, custody battles, and now, the crash. It was clear that Stormi was speaking about the toll that being around someone like Martell had taken on her life. Her words suggested that the fallout from Martell's personal issues had affected her more than she had let on.
Now, what would you do if Sonny called you a bitch?
That word don't bother me.
Oh, that's...
I'll be like, yeah, that was up.
She also subtly hinted that she had been aware of Martell's mental state before the crash and that, in hindsight, she wasn't surprised it had happened. This was no ordinary accident, it was the result of a buildup of stress and problems that had finally caught up with him. While Stormi didn't go into specifics, her tone spoke volumes. It wasn't angry, but it was worn out. She sounded like someone who had tried to stay neutral for as long as possible but had reached a breaking point. She was tired of protecting someone who wasn't taking responsibility for their own actions. It was clear that Stormi had been holding back for a long time, but now she was ready to speak the truth. The relationship between Stormi and Martell, what went wrong?
For the duration of our lives, put some respect on it, because everything that you got now, you would not have touched anything if it would not have been us being friends to you and your family. That's why I don't like fake people.
Stormi's relationship with Martell has always been a bit complicated. While they've shown support for each other on the show, there has always been an undercurrent of tension between them. There were moments on Love and Marriage, Huntsville, where it was clear that Stormi didn't always agree with Martell's choices. He wanted loyalty from her, but Stormi has always been clear that she wouldn't play the puppet for anyone. She refused to be controlled by anyone, even if it meant stepping back from the drama. However, her recent comments show that the tension between her and Martell has been building for quite some time. It's clear now that she's no longer willing to be in his corner. Stormi's decision to speak out suggests that she's drawing a line. She's done covering up for Martell, done pretending everything is fine, and done taking on his problems as her own. Her comments about being tired of cleaning up other people's messes make it clear that she's not going to protect Martell's image any longer. She's no longer going to be the one to shield him from the consequences of his actions. Stormi and Melody, the legal fallout. As if things couldn't get any more complicated, Stormi's comments about Martell's behavior came at a time when rumors started swirling about Melody Holt's involvement in a new legal move, possibly tied to the car crash. Word on the street was that Melody might be directly involved in a lawsuit related to the crash, and people started asking who had given her the inside information. That's where Stormi comes back into focus. For months, Stormi had kept her mouth shut, even as fans pressed her for answers. At first, people thought she was just trying to avoid getting dragged into the drama. But now, it seems her silence was a strategic move. Some sources suggest that Stormi may have been cooperating with Melody behind the scenes, possibly giving her information about Martell's situation. It's not clear whether Stormi's involvement is to sabotage Martell or just to protect herself, but it's obvious that she's no longer loyal to him. If Stormi has indeed been giving Melody information, it would explain why she's been so quiet for so long. She was waiting for the right time to speak out and make sure she was covering her own back before the legal heat turned up. Melody's potential lawsuit could make things even worse for Martell, and Stormi's silence now feels like a calculated move to protect herself from the fallout. The shift in alliances, what's next for Martell? As Stormi distances herself from Martell and aligns herself with Melody, the dynamics on love and marriage, Huntsville are shifting. It's not just about drama anymore, it's about alliances. Martell, who once had the ability to charm his way out of situations and get people to rally behind him, is now facing the reality that his support is crumbling. His public image is shattered, his cast members are pulling away, and now legal issues are on the horizon. It's clear that the pressure is mounting, and Martell is running out of people he can rely on. If things continue down this path, it's possible that we could see some serious changes in the show's cast next season. Martell may be fighting to keep his position, but his charm is no longer enough to hold everything together. With Stormi and Melody forming an unlikely alliance, the show's direction could change drastically. Conclusion: the drama continues. What's happening behind the scenes is now spilling over into what we see on camera, and the relationships between the cast members are more fractured than ever. Stormi has drawn a line in the sand, and Martell is left fighting to save what's left of his support. His car crash might have been the catalyst for all this drama, but it's clear that the real issues run much deeper. As we continue to watch this play out, one thing is certain: the drama on love and marriage, Huntsville, is far from over. The more we discuss, the more we speculate, the more the cast members feel the pressure to clarify and defend themselves. Stormi's decision to speak up was likely influenced by this very thing: the constant online chatter, the rumors, and the fans demanding answers. She knew that the time had come for her to stop playing neutral and finally speak her truth. And now, there's no going back. But here's the big question: is Martell done? Is this the beginning of the end for his role in the show? Or will he find a way to regain his footing? We've seen him navigate through difficult situations before, but this time feels different. The fact that so many people are pulling away from him, both personally and professionally, suggests that this may be the final straw. With legal battles on the horizon, a fractured relationship with his castmates, and no one willing to back him up, Martell's future on love and marriage, Huntsville, is uncertain, to say the least. As we wrap up, one thing's for sure: this story is far from over. With new alliances forming, old ones falling apart, and the pressure mounting from all sides, love and marriage, Huntsville has officially entered a new chapter. We're in for a roller coaster ride of drama, revelations, and possibly even cast changes. So, what do you think? Is Stormi done protecting Martell? Will the legal drama turn the tides in favor of Melody, or will Martell manage to bounce back once again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.